several changes. Now these are the few changes I have listed here, like cooking food, dissolving sugar or a salt in a water, formation of a curd from milk, melting of ice, cutting a piece of paper, melting of wax, stretching a rubber band, boiling of water, burning of wood or a paper or a coal, rusting of iron, and many examples. These are the few things, but each and every day we come across many changes. और ये चेंज क्या होता है? When there is a change in the shape, size, color, smell or a temperature, then we say that change take place. How? Like see the example melting of ice. Ice is in a solid state. When it change, when it melt, it convert into a liquid state. See the stretching of a rubber band. While stretching the rubber band, we change its size. See the rusting of an iron. In the rusting of an iron, the color changed. The burning of a wood, in a burning of a wood, heat is released, energy is released, and it turn into a ash. So cutting of a paper, it changed the shape, it changed the size of the paper. So these are the changes that take place. Now some changes are beneficial to us, like ripening of food, phalon ka pakna, so that we can eat a fruit. And on the other hand, some changes are harmful to us, or maybe dangerous to us, like rusting of an iron. It is a wastage of iron. So broadly we can say that the change are of two types, physical change and chemical change. Now we will see what is physical change and what is chemical change. Physical change, by definition you can see the physical change means those change in which no new substance are formed, means the original substance remain as it is, no new substance are formed. In a physical change, the physical property like a shape, size, color, state, only they are changed. The physical change are the temporary change which can be easily reversed to form the original substance. Means physical change को reverse किया जा सकता है. किसी भी चीज़ से कोई नया प्रोडक्ट तो बन नहीं रहा है, so we can get back the original substance. Very little energy or a heat is either absorbed or evolved in a physical change. बहुत कम क्वांटिटी में हीट या एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब या रिलीज होती है. A temporary change in a color may take place in a physical change. Now let's see some examples of physical change. See, melting of ice to form water, freezing of water means to form ice, boiling of water to form steam, condensation of steam means to form water again, then cutting of clothes or a paper, breaking of a glass stick, chalk stick or a glass tumbler or a wooden stick, melting of wax, drying of wet clothes, dissolving salt or a sugar in a water, stretching of a rubber, and conversion of a liquefied petroleum gas from a liquid form in a cylinder to a gaseous form when it comes out of the cylinder into gas stove. These are the few listed examples of physical change. In all this physical change, you will see a common thing that no new substance are formed. Melting of a ice कोई नया चीज़ नहीं बन रहा है. But ice is there, water is there. This is the three states of water: solid, liquid, gaseous. उसी को हमने state change हो गया, like from solid to liquid state. Freezing of water means to form ice, liquid to solid. Boiling of water means from liquid to gaseous state. Only state is changing, no new substance are formed. Cutting of a cloth, only shape or a size of a cloth or a paper will change. Breaking of a chalk stick or a glass tumbler, only the size will change. Melting of the wax means only the state will change. So here no new substance are formed. It can be reversed back. हम कोई नया चीज़ नहीं बन रहा है. So these are the examples of physical change. You can see many pictures I have given here include physical change. Now we will see to describe few examples to make it more clear, like melting of a ice. See, as you can see here, or a freezing of water. Now if you take some ice in a beaker and keep it for some time, what you will see? The ice starts to melt and it change from a solid state to form a water, means a liquid state. Now what happened? Ice and water look different. but they all are made up of water molecule. This means no new substance is formed during the melting of ice. Only a state or a change of a state from solid to liquid take place. Same way, if I am boiling a water, no new substance are formed. Only the liquid state get changed into gaseous state. Similarly, breaking of a chalk or a wooden stick, no new substance are formed. Making a solution, salt and a sugar. Here one more activity that you can perform in your home. What you will do? Take some dish, dissolve a salt in it, make a solution, a salt solution, and now heat this solution carefully under your parents' guidance, and what you will see, when all the water get evaporate, you will see a white powder is left in the container. Now if you taste this white powder, you will find out that it is nothing but a salt. Means I am getting back my original substance. So dissolving of salt in a water is a physical change. Similarly, dissolving sugar in a water is also a physical change. This rubber band, when stretched, it change its shape, but when released, it come back to its original shape. So these are all the examples of physical change. Now let's see chemical change. Those change in which a new substance are formed are called chemical change. Means here from the original substance a new substance is formed. One or a more new substance are formed in a chemical change. एक या एक से ज़्यादा new product बन सकता है. A chemical change is a permanent change. A chemical change usually cannot be reversed. It is a permanent change. Like physical change was a reversible change, but chemical change is a permanent change. You cannot reverse the change. A lot of energy that may be in the form of a heat or a light is either released or absorbed in a chemical change. Sound may be produced in a chemical change. A change in a smell may take place, or a new smell may be given off in a chemical change. Change in a smell can take place, या altogether a new smell can be generated. या तो change in a smell हो सकता है, या कोई एक नया ही smell तैयार हो गया है during that chemical change. A permanent change in a color may take place in a chemical change. There may be a chances that a color changes permanently, or a gases may be formed in a chemical change. These are the properties of a chemical change. अगर ऐसा change किसी में भी हो रहा है, then that change can be categorized as a chemical change. Let's see the example. Formation of a curd from milk, cooking of food like rice or chapati, spoilage of food, change in the color of cut apple or a brinjal or a potato, or keeping in a air, photosynthesis, explosion of a firework like cracker, burning of magnesium ribbon, burning of fuels like burning of wood, coal, kerosene, biogas, rusting of iron, ripening of fruit, passing of carbon dioxide through lime gas which produce calcium bicarbonate precipitate, reactions between copper sulfate solution and iron, formation of manure yani compost from leaves, or a formation of a biogas from animal waste like cow dung. These all are the examples of chemical change. Formation of curd from milk. Milk or curd, these are both two different things. Milk is in a liquid state, curd is a semi-liquid state. एक बार आपने दूध से दही बना दिया, यू कैनॉट रिवर्स द रिएक्शन. आप फिर से दही को दूध में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज दिस चेंज इज अ परमानेंट चेंज. कुकिंग ऑफ फूड लाइक राइस एंड चपाती. वंस सच राइस इज मेड और चपाती इज मेड, यू कैनॉट कन्वर्ट बैक इन टू वीट. आप उसको फिर से आटे में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते, या ग्रेन में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते. या टेस्ट चेंजेस, शेप चेंजेस, साइज चेंजेस एंड अ chemical reaction take place. इसकी वजह से a permanent change take place. You cannot reverse all those changes. Spoilage of a food, खाना का सड़ना, जब आपके फल सब्जियां या सड़ जाते हैं, that reaction is also because of the chemical changes that cannot be reversed back. Photosynthesis is an example of chemical change. Explosion of firework, crackers releases a lot of heat, sound and light is also an example of chemical change. Burning of magnesium ribbon. This activity we will see in this lesson. Burning of fuels like wood, coal, kerosene. This also release lot of energy. Smokes are released, heat is released, and it cannot be reversed back. Rusting of iron is also an example of chemical change. So many, these are all the examples of chemical change. Now as you can see here in the picture, some examples of chemical change like burning of wood, curd, spoilage of food, cooking of food, crackers, photosynthesis, burning of magnesium ribbon. Now when food gets spoiled, it produces a foul smell. एक smell release होती है. It shows that a new substance has been formed in the spoilage of the food. That is why a smell is released. So spoilage of the food is a chemical change. If you cut an apple or a fruit and keep it exposed to air, you can see there is a change in the color. It may be blackish color. It's because of chemical change. During the process of photosynthesis, what happened? Plants combine carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight to form two new substances, that is glucose and oxygen. So photosynthesis is also a chemical change, chemical reaction. Now firework. In firework, what happened? When you burst it or when you light up, it releases a lot of heat, energy and sound. This is also an example of chemical change. Burning of magnesium ribbon. When a magnesium ribbon is burned in the air, it produces a heat, light and it turns into ash. You cannot get back magnesium ribbon again. So these are all the examples of chemical change.